Have you ever gone to a coffee shop and been frustrated when they spelled your name wrong? Let's say, for example, your name is Carrie. How would you spell this last name? How about this last name? And this last name? And what about this first name? Now, apparently, there's at least a dozen different ways that you could spell Carrie. C-A-R-I, K-A-R-I, K-A-R-R-I-E, K-E-R-R-Y, C-A-R-I, C-A-R-R-I, K-A-R-R-I, etc. What I'm talking about here are homophones. These are words that have the same sound, but a different spelling. And as we can see in English, for example, the C and K both make a K sound. AR and ER both make the same R sound. There can be one R, there can be two R's that both make the R sound. And the ending can be I, IE, Y, EY, all making the long E sound. Now, homophones also exist in other languages, not just in English. For example, in French, the sound O can be spelled AU, AUX, EAU. Say can be written at least 6 different ways. Sans can be spelled 4 different ways. Ver can be spelled at least 4 different ways. In German, I can think of examples of like Hast with one S or double S, Ist with one S or double S, Stadt with a T, double T or DT, and wieder with one I or IE. In Italian, there can be a silent H, for example, A and A, ano. There could be E or IE, cielo, or with an accent, la. In Spanish, there can be situations with the letter B or V, which sound similar, with and without accents, with a silent H. So vienes, como, hecho, hola, sí, and sí. So let's take a look at examples here for homophones for each of the 16 different vowel sounds in American English. Short A, as in cat. Add, ant, band, cash, dam, ladder, packed, sax, tax, wrap. Long A, as in name. 8, base, break, days, phase, great, hail, made, plain, pain, pray, praise, rain, raise, steak, straight, Sunday, tail, vein, waste, weight, wave. The ah sound in law. Clause, clawed, paw, pause, caught, taught. The R sound in car. Barred, bizarre, cart. The short E as in set. Bread, scent, guest, red, lead, weather. Long E as in seat, bee, beat, creek, feet, flee, freeze, gene, grease, need, least, leader, meet, peace, peak, please, see, seen, seize, sweet, weak. The air sound, bear, berry, fair, fairy, hair, pear, stare, stationary, there, where, very. The ear sound, dear, here, peer, sheer, tear. The short I sound as in sit, him, in, its, links, knit, mist, prince, ring, sink, witch. The long I sound in sight, buy, die, find, high, night, side, sight, right, writer, wine. The ire sound as in wire, acquire, higher, liar, sire. The short O sound as in on, block, dock, dawn, lock, locks, knot, pox, socks. The long O as in no, dough, grown, no, nose, o, loan, roam, road, rose, sow, throne, toe, toad. The or sound as in more, bore, board, core, accord, for, fourth, or, morning, pour, sore, sword, war, warn, your. The ow sound as in cow, allowed, bow, chow, counsel, flower, foul, hour. The oi sound as in toy, a noise, boy. The oo sound as in to, blue, bruise, choose, cruise, do, flew, moose, root, shoe, through, to, use, whose. The oo sound as in book, wood, pudding. The short U sound as in luck, but, none, one, some, sun. The sound as in per, alter, birth, kernel, herd, hurts, earn, fur, per, surf, world. The unaccented schwa sound, as in banana, addition, bridle, calendar, canon, capital, cereal, complement, council, current, symbol, dual, illicit, gorilla, hostile, humorous, manner, minor, missile, muscle, principle, prophet, navel, titan, traitor. And so lastly, what I'd like to say here is that homophones are not a problem of pronunciation because pronunciation is the same in these pairs. It's more of a challenge for listening comprehension in knowing how to spell what you hear and also to detect in the context which word you hear. Now, homophones can also be part of jokes and puns and plays on words. We can see that in newspaper headlines. We can see that in jokes, and people can create plays on words and puns in conversations with friends when there is a word within a context, and they can play around with the other word and possibly have a literal or figurative sense of an expression based on the word that they're playing around with that sounds similar to another word. So I would highly recommend that you work on listening comprehension with homophones, not just the pronunciation part, but as you can see in these pairs, there are many different ways to spell similar sounds.